Namaste Gurukulians. I hope you will be fit and fine at your homes. We have completed our first chapter, some basic concept of chemistry. So today we are going to start our next chapter, this is structure of atom. In this chapter we will discuss about some fundamental particles of the atom such as electron, proton, neutrons and their discovery. It is very important chapter. In this chapter we also discussed about some earlier models such as the Thomson model, Rutherford model and some terms related to it, isotopes, isotones, isoelectronic species, quantum mechanical model, electronic configurations and all about the Bohr's model. So let's start our unit. This is structure of atom. As the name suggests, in this unit we will mainly discuss about the atomic structure, structure of atom. So first of all, Dalton proposed that matter was made up of extremely small indivisible particle. You have studied in earlier classes that मैटर मेड अप ऑफ एक्सट्रीमली स्मॉल इंडिविजिबल, बहुत छोटी इंडिविजिबल जिसको आगे डिवाइड नहीं किया जा सकता, पार्टिकल्स एंड दीज पार्टिकल्स आर कॉल्ड एज द एटम. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू डाल्टन के अकॉर्डिंग हमें क्या पता लगा कि मैटर जो है वो बहुत ही स्मॉल पार्टिकल से मिलकर बना है और जिनका नाम क्या दिया था, इट इज एटम. बट एट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ 20th century, up to 20th century या at the late of 19th century, it is considered that matter is made up of extremely small which cannot be divided, these are called as atom. But at the 20th century that atom was not the smallest particle. Point note, not the smallest particle. Atom smallest particle नहीं है, but it had a complex structures of own and was made up of still smaller particle. Means atom is also made up of further small particles. These are called as the like as electron, proton, neutrons. These are subatomic particles. These are also called as the subatomic particles. Means which are atom is divided. If atom is made up of subatomic particles, which are called as the electron, proton and neutron. These are the fundamental particles. Instead, at present about 35 subatomic particles are known, but there are three, namely electron, proton and neutron. These are regarded as the fundamental particles. Particle present subatomic particles are many, it means these are about 35, but fundamental particles are three. These are electron, proton and neutron, which we are studying in this unit. So first, discovery of fundamental particle, how they are discovered. So first is discovery of electron. First fundamental particle is discovery of electron. For the discovery of electrons we are going to study about an experiment. So let's start. The discovery of electron came as a result of study of conduction of electricity. It means electron study is due to the conduction of, discovery of electron is due to the study of conduction of electricity through the gases by scientist का नाम क्या है, it is विलियम क्रो, at low pressure. तो ये स्टडी डिस्कवरी जो है इलेक्ट्रॉन की वो किसकी वजह से आई, ड्यू टू द कंडक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी विच इज थ्रू द गैसेस. मेन पॉइंट इज इलेक्ट्रिसिटी थ्रू द गैसेस, किसके द्वारा, बाय विलियम क्रूक्स, और प्रेशर यहाँ पर क्या रखेंगे, इट इज लो. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस एक्सपेरिमेंट ही टेक इन सेटअप. दिस सेटअप इंक्लूडेड, he took a discharge tube. Discharge tube is made up of glass and sealed at both ends, which is long and glass tube. About he take about the 60 centimeter long glass tube, that is called as the discharge tube, sealed at both ends. दोनों एंड से उसको क्या है, that is closed and fitted with two metal electrode. Two metal electrode are set up at the both end of the tube. It has a side tube fitted with a stopcock. Stopcock means which is used to stop the inside flow and outside flow, which can be connected to the vacuum pump. Vacuum pump इसलिए it is used to maintain the pressure या reduce the pressure. It can be open or closed with the help of the stopcock to reduce the pressure of the gas inside the inside to any value, and these tubes at present, these are also called as the Crookes tube. These are on the name of the scientist. So this is the setup of this experiment. Okay students, so this is our discharge tube experiment. According to this, a discharge tube which is made up of glass, which is 60 centimeter long and sealed at the both end. This is negative terminal and this is our positive terminal. Both are connected with a high voltage. High voltage means current is passed through this positive terminal and negative terminal. Two electrodes are placed in it and a vacuum pump which is sealed to vacuum pump which is used to reduce the pressure inside the tube. A fluorescent coating is observed, so discuss about it. When a high voltage of about 10,000 volt is applied, when we apply a high voltage, it is about of the 10,000 volt, then what are the results observed? When gas pressure inside the tube is 1 atmosphere, when pressure inside the tube is 1 atmosphere, it means it is equal to atmospheric pressure is taken, then current will not flow. No current will flow between the electrode. These are cathodic electrode and this is our anodic electrode. Because why the current why the flow, yeah, no current will flow? This is because gases are the poor conductor of electricity, so there no current is flow between the electrode when the pressure equal to atmospheric pressure, because gases are poor conductor of electricity. Second point, when the pressure is reduced to 10 to the power minus 2 atmosphere, pressure को हमने atmospheric pressure, this is 1 atmosphere, and reduce by the use of this vacuum pump. When we reduce the pressure about 10 to the power minus 2, current start flowing between the electrode. Current start flow from cathode to the electron start flow. And colored glow is observed. Here we saw a colored glow when the pressure is about 10 to the power minus 2 atmosphere. Again, third point, a third conclusion, when the pressure is further reduced by the help of vacuum pump, the glow between the electrode disappear. If pressure reduced more, then glow will disappear, but the current continues to flow. Current start continue. A faint greenish glow is observed on the glass wall. Here we saw a faint greenish glow behind the anode. This is our anode. Here we see a glow, greenish glow. Color is greenish. This shows that some invisible rays are emitted from the cathode and some invisible rays which are not visible. So they start to flow from the cathode and move toward the anode. And this anode is perforated. Perforated means holes are present inside the anode electrode, emitted from the cathode. And these rays were called as the cathode rays. So this experiment, Crookes experiment, is based on the discovery of cathode rays. एक बार जल्दी जल्दी देखो, डिस्चार्ज ट्यूब हमने ली, 2 इलेक्ट्रोड हमने लिए, वन इज कैथोडिक एनोडिक, प्रेशर को मेंटेन करने के लिए हमने क्या है वैक्यूम पंप का यूज किया. हाई वोल्टेज यहाँ से हमने अप्लाई, हाई वोल्टेज इज अबाउट 10,000 वोल्टेज अप्लाइड इन द अर्लियर. व्हेन गैस प्रेशर इज इक्वल टू 1 एटमॉस्फेयर, नो करंट फ्लो. व्हेन गैस प्रेशर रिड्यूस्ड, then current start flowing, and when gas pressure 10 to the power minus, faint color is observed, and this shows that some invisible rays are moved from cathode to the anode, and these rays were called as the cathode rays. So now we are going to discuss about the properties of these cathode rays. There are some properties of cathode rays. So let's discuss the properties of cathode rays. These properties are, first property, cathode rays travel in a straight line. Straight line means from the cathode to the anode. They will move in the straight line. Cathode rays carries negatively charged. Yeah, they carry the negative charge. So they move from the cathode towards the anode. They produce heating effect. When some material particles in their path, in the path of the cathode rays, they produces the heating effect. Yeah, heat is produced. They cause ionization of the gas through which they pass. If some gas is placed inside in between the path of the cathode rays, they causes its ionization. Ionization means gas which is placed in the path of the cathode rays, it will get ionized. Ionized means it will break down into its ions. Next point is they produce X-ray. It is very important point. They produce X-ray when they strike against the surface of hard metal. X-rays which are used in the several medical techniques at present, they produce X-ray when strike against hard metal. Hard metals such as our tungsten and molybdenum. These are the metals on which when the cathode rays strike, they produces X-ray, and X-ray are used in the medical side. Sixth point, they produce penetrating effect. Penetrating effect means they can enter inside a body. Next point is cathode rays are made up of material particles. It is important point. Cathode rays are made up of material particle and affect the photographic plate. जैसे यहाँ पर हमने देखा फ्लोरोसेंटिंग कोटिंग के ऊपर इसके ऑब्जर्वेशन देखे हमने. सो कैथोड रेज मटेरियल पार्टिकल्स की बनी है. नेक्स्ट लास्ट पॉइंट इज कैथोड रेज. द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ कैथोड रेज do not depend upon material of the electrode. It is important. MCQ में questions आ सकता है. Not depend upon this material of the electrodes. These are the electrodes, cathode and anode. Which material is taken? These characteristics do not depend upon them. And nature of the gas present in the cathode and what type of the gas present here. These are the main characteristics. Means cathode rays do not depend upon material and the gas present. So all these are the properties of cathode rays. So our next topic is J.J.Thomson experiment for determination of the charge by mass of electron. What is the ratio of charge and by mass of the electron? This experiment is based on the principle that extent of deflection. What do you mean by extent of deflection? It means when a beam of electron is passed through the electric field and magnetic field. When we apply only electric field, deflection in the sideways, and when we apply magnetic field, it is in the different ways. When we apply electric field and magnetic field, both are perpendicular to each other, then what is the result? So this experiment is based on principle that extent of deflection will depend upon किस चीज के ऊपर ये depend करेगा? Depend upon the charge on the electron. First point important is depend upon the charge of the electron and mass of the electron, and third point is strength of electric field and magnetic field. Yeah, means what is the strength of electric and magnetic field? It will also decide the strength of deflection, extent of deflection. He found that the ratio of charge by mass of the electron was the same when used different discharge tube with different electrode. It means जो last point हमने कैथोड रेज की properties में हमने study किया, उसमें क्या था कि properties of the cathode rays do not depend upon the nature of the electrode when different electrode material of the different electrodes are used, and not depend upon the gas present in the discharge tube. This is same. So value was found to be equal to 1.76 into 10 to the power 8 coulomb. It is experimentally calculated value charge by mass of electron. Next यहाँ पर जैसे रेशियो जो था चार्ज बाई मास का was the same for different discharge tube. Discharge tube किसी भी तरह के ले या किसी तरह का इलेक्ट्रोड ले, so value will come out to be similar. फिर हमारा है R.M. Millikan, another scientist, determine the charge on the electron. He calculate the charge on the electron and it is equal to this value. You know about this 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. The mass of the electron was determined. Here is the E by M ratio and this is our charge. Charge means E, so we can calculate M easily. So R.M. Millikan combine these results, Thomson results and this ratio. So he calculated the mass of the electron which is come out to be 9.1 10 to the power minus 28 gram, or it can be converted into kilogram multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3. So it is 9.1 10 to the power minus 13 kilogram. Okay students, we will continue our chapter in next video lecture. Thank you.